The Blue Devils have won the toss and deferred for the second half. They want to start with their defense on the field. Devils will move left to right to get things started here momentarily. So the Blue Devils, they're going to put that defense on the field first. And this is a chance to talk about what Coach Little brought up in the pregame show, Jim, keeping linebackers clean. People wanted to say, well, Quincy's defensive front seven didn't do a great job against Peoria Notre Dame on the road last week because their defensive linemen and their linebackers weren't making stops at the line of scrimmage or covering up the gaps. But when you're a linebacker in the scheme that the Blue Devils play, you're expecting to be able to flow, meaning you don't have an offensive guy on you, to the play and then attack the ball. That just wasn't the case. As a lineman, whose job is it to keep those linebackers clean?
Well, you rely on your two defensive tackles and your nose guard. So you got three guys on the front three, the guard and the center and the two guards. You have then two defensive ends, so you got 5 down defensive linemen. What you want is those guys to occupy, meaning not let a guy center engage the nose guard, right guard, for instance, coming off his right hip, him passing the nose guard to the guard, and then him being able to get off of the nose guard to the linebacker and engage the linebacker. What you like is that nose guard to be able to occupy the center and have to force a double team with 2 guys blocking him and not let go. On defense, you can use your hands. So in that area, he could use his hand on the center. What was happening last week was guards were getting free right off of the defensive tackles. Center would come around, down, chip block, boom. The guard's on the linebacker. What you want is the double team to let our linebackers flow and be free, running free, as you said. The other thing, though, as the ball goes in for a touchback real quick, the linebackers have to be able to read and react. I mean, you can't just get engaged with a blocker. You have to be able, if that guy is not forcing a double team, you have to be able to run and get away, shed the blocker, and get to the tackle. None of that happened last week.
Rock Island, after the touchback by Quincy, is going to start 1st and 10 at their own 20. We've got 48 degrees, a slight wind blowing east to west. And Rock Island in the gold hats, the white shirts, the red pants, and the red numbers will come out moving right to left against this Blue Devil D in the dark blue helmets with the white Q, the blue shirts with the dark sleeves, the dark pants, and the light piping. The names you need to know: Jacobs, Nimmers, and Davis for Rock Island. Davis, their leading receiver. Nimmers starts in the sidecar off the hip of Jacobs. They give it to him. He'll run right up the middle. Devils take him down at the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 for Nimmers as he keeps it between the tackles early.
Good initial push by the Rock Island offensive lineman. Davis is their number 1 returning lineman. He was a first team all-conference performer last year.
You also have Deshaun Davis, their big wideout. He's their leading receiver, 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown already this season. The sophomore, Jacobs, has flanks right and left. Nimmers is back there. He's got company, and the Blue Devils bring down the second man through, Deshaun Davis. He went from the split end to the backfield, and Davis is taken down after no gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the Blue Devils' 27.
Well, there's what we were talking about. Nice backside pursuit by Brody Francis, who was able to come through the backside guard gap and chase the play down from behind. Forces a big 3rd and 3. You'd love to force a punt here for Rock Island in their first possession.
That's what you hope for when you send your defense out to start the game. We're less than a minute in now. Devils trying to stop a 3rd and 3 for Rock Island. No score, just underway at Flynn Stadium. Jacobs out of the gun. He's back to pass, has the extra defender. Throws a wobbly duck high. It's incomplete as he was trying to look down the right seam for Casey Commodore. And the sophomore wideout just couldn't bring it in.
Well, I will say this. He did have some good pass protection there. He had time to throw, just sailed a little bit high on him.
That's going to be a 3 and out and a punt forced by the Devils as Rock Island is going to punt this from their own 27-yard line. Oh, now they're going to come out. They've only got 3rd down on the board. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down. No, they're going to move it back to punt. And just a little quick sidewinding punt. And it's caught by the Devils at the 47. Shimmy shake down to the 45. Cut near side to the 40-yard line. And the Devils pick up a return of 13 yards off the short punt. And that was a nice catch and read by Gay as he sets the Blue Devils up in Rock Island territory. 1st and 10 from the Rock Island 39.
That's a very dangerous punt formation. That quarterback did not get but 8-9 yards deep. you're susceptible to a hand getting up and blocking. It was a low line drive and good setup for the Blue Devils here on the Rock Island 39-yard line.
Blue Devils' first offensive possession. Brock Miller, Smith, and Unmisig behind Cricard. Handed off to Unmisig, the fullback. He's going to work his way down to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 on first down. Bring up second down and 7.
Well, if nothing else, we had a much better start than last week. First play touchdown. Now let's see if we can get a first down on offense here and keep the chains moving and take advantage of the short field.
Talking with Coach Little as we were getting ready to do the interview before the game, he said one thing he's trying to impress on his young running backs is that sometimes a 5-yard gain between the tackle is the play he wants.
Yeah.
Getting them to understand that. Blue Devils come out of that wing tee again. Second man through the hole is Brock Miller across the 35 to the 34. He'll pick up 2, and that'll set up third down and 5 for the Devils.
Now, you want to establish some toughness between the tackles. You need a good push from your offensive line. But one thing we noticed about Rock Island last year, and they have it again this year, is they put a very small / running back type player on the defensive line. They got a defensive lineman there, 25, Justin Lobley. He's 5'11", 170.
Wing tee on 3rd and 5 from the Rock Island 34-yard line. Devils go hard count with Cricard. Now he comes up from under center, checks the sideline with Coach Little. Smith on the outside, Brock Miller on the left, Unmisig at the back. Unmisig takes it, bounces it outside, first down to the 30, now the 25, and he's across the 25 to the 24. Big pickup of 10 yards on third down for Unmisig as they run right.
Well, interesting there. Coach Little, had him get up quick on the line, tried to get a hard snap count. Rock Island didn't jump. They were able to look over the field and notice that Rock Island had more guys to the wide side of the field. That play was run back to the short side and the near boundary.
Blue Devils have also made a key change in their philosophy on the offensive line. We're going to talk about that after this snap. 1st and 10 from the 24. Devils driving Unmisig. Slashes to the 20. Now to the 15. He's going to be down inside the 15 as the Blue Devils are in the red zone. Down at the 12. It's another first down and a pickup of 10 for Unmisig.
Now, the important thing about that is what you mentioned earlier. That was between the tackle, downhill running. Unmisig had 2 hands on the football, Larry Zonka style, and just kept the feet churning.
The Blue Devils have also made the move. They've taken their right tackle, Blaine Schluter, and put him at left guard. So they have what they feel are their 2 best linemen, Devin Prost and Blaine Schluter, on that left side. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Now to Unmisig. He slashes to the 10. The 5 keeps his feet moving down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got 9 yards, close to a first down. And the Blue Devils will have it second down inside the 5.
It's interesting. You just made the comment about Schluter and Prost being on the left side, and the last 3 plays have been off tackle to the right.
Yeah, they're running away from him right now. What Coach Little told me, he said, we're not going to run everything to the left behind him, but when we run right, we know we can wall off that backside and not worry about pursuit coming around.
Good point. Damon Gibson is now in at the right tackle on the right side with him and Cole Howerton.
2nd and 1 from the 4 for the Devils. Driving for the game's first score. Cricard pitches it outside. He's got Brock Miller. Brock Miller hemmed up in the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, fights hard, trying to keep possession. He's hit at the 5. That's going to be a loss of 1. That play didn't have time to develop as Rock Island got outside before the Devils could.
Yeah, that's a little bit of that too much shimmy shake, try and hop and scoot around, and now you got Brock Miller limping around because he got his ankle twisted trying to spin and get away from the tackles, the would-be tacklers. That's the kind of stuff that you're down here this close to the goal line. You've had such success off tackle that you'd really like to see him stay with that.
7:20 to go, first quarter, no score. Devils driving, 2nd and 2 from the 5 of Rock Island. Far side hash mark, Cricard under center, wishbone formation, hand it to Smith. Smith is down across the 4 into the 3. They've got the first down. Do they have the touchdown? No, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Devils.
Honestly, I couldn't see who had the ball.
Smith got that on the delayed handoff, picked up the 4. That's his first carry tonight. 7 minutes to go now, and the Devils are 1st and goal from the 1. Left side hash mark, Devils moving left to right. Let's see if they go quick snap here and try to just push Rock Island into their own end zone. Cricard up, Unmisig is right behind him at the fullback spot. Under center, handed to Unmisig, runs off right tackle, touchdown! Bryce Unmisig in for the 1-yard touchdown. Devils score early, just as Jim asked for. They lead it 6-0.
Yeah, nice drive. If you notice, most of the carries off right tackle to Unmasig. Devils have found something they like over there on the right side.
Unmasig's 1 yard touchdown rush puts the Blue Devils up 6-0. They'll go for 2 here, or rather, they're going to go to that for 1 here. They went for 2 twice last week. Unmasig will do the kicking. The ball is down. The kick is up, and he sneaks it inside the left upright. Devils go up 7-0. They'll kick it away, leading Rock Island on 103.9 The Fox.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, Financial Service Representative with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls, even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Lipman. He makes house calls.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
Nothing. 3:22 to play first quarter. And remember, the Blue Devils won the flip and deferred to the second half, so they're going to have the ball to start this second half. Yes, we're still 15-22 away from halftime, but knowing that you've scored twice in this first quarter after deferring on the opening possession really puts you in a powerful position.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to have running clocks 2 weeks in a row?
But for the opposite reasons.
Yes, exactly.
You know, the margin, it can be so close in high school football and can be such a wide margin. Unmissig touchback. He's going to set Rock Island up at their own 20 again. You know, people would say, wow, if your team isn't playing well enough and there's a running clock, which means you're down by 40 or more at the half, and then you put a running clock on someone next week, and it's not like the Devils brought in a 1A team this week. This is Rock Island.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But just to say, there are those big swings week to week in high school football.
Yes, absolutely. It's not like, for instance, Wisconsin played Michigan, then they brought in, Sisters of the Poor. It's
Alex Jacobs out of the shotgun for Rock Island. The sophomore quarterback gives it to Nimmers. Nimmers up the middle. He's going to be hit at the 25-yard line by Brockmiller. And he'll be brought down just across the 25 at the 26, a gain of 6.
I wanted to ask you while we have a little quick minute here, how are these binoculars working out for you?
You know, I've owned 3 different pairs of binoculars in my career, and these that you have brought are by far the Bugatti of binoculars that I have worked with. Shout out to Bushnell for their PowerView technology. Second and third, 2:50 to go first quarter. Rock Island trying to just drive out of their own end. They're going to go out of the shotgun with Jacobs again. Nimmers on his right hip. Give it to him late. Blue Devils sniff it out and throw him for no gain. Devils doing a nice job of getting in and breaking it up with Brody Francis. Francis, one of the depth running backs who also is part of this tenacious Devil defense.
Yeah, that was a touchy handoff. I almost thought he didn't get it to him, and he kind of slid it around him late. Brings up a big third down.
Third down and 2 for Rock Island. They're at their own 28-yard line. Rock Island has had trouble just picking up first downs against this Devil defense tonight. Devils with 6 men on the line of scrimmage defensively. Jacobs going to try to take it outside. He looks for the corner. He's got the corner. First down, Rock Island. Not much more as the Devils ride him out on the far side with Jacob Dean, the linebacker.
Yeah, our end got walled down, got washed in, and didn't have outside contain. I don't know who it was on that side. But as soon as he got the corner, you knew he was going to get his first down.
Interesting that Rock Island hasn't featured Jacobs except on third down kind of option runs.
Yeah, and they do a nice job. Did a nice job on that play of walling down the defensive end. I tell you what, people ought to be ready. This team plays a lot of sophomores. Look out in 2 years.
First and 10 for Rock Island from their own 32. Jacob out of the shotgun again. Nimmers on his right. Going to go Jacob, roll out near side in the flat, looking for someone to throw to. He lobs it up, and it's incomplete. He had his man open in the flat for just a moment as he tried to hit Corey Freeman, the 6'1 sophomore wide receiver, and that just went through Freeman's hands.
I say that was a catchable ball. He just dropped it.
So right now, first and 10, 1 for 3 in the passing game for Jacobs. Made his completion to Davis on a 7-yard out. That'll bring up second down and 10 from the 32. Minute 50 to go, first quarter. Devils up 14-0. Jacobs, the sophomore, out of the shotgun. Snappers through his legs. Back to his own 20. Picks it up. He's under heat from the Devils. He's not going to get away. Devils knock him down at the 25-yard line. That was Roots, the defensive end, who eventually got there and cleaned up the mess after the snap went through Jacobs' legs.
I tell you what, Jacobs did a nice job to avoid 2 guys, and had Roots not tripped him up, he might have been able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the Devils now force Rock Island into a 3rd and 16. Jacobs, he loses 6 on that. Can the Devils get off the field with the defense here? Minute 10 to go, first quarter. Devils up 14-0. They've scored on both of their drives. Jacobs, 3rd and 16 from his own 21. Rolls out near side, has protection and options. Goes down the field. This is underthrown. Devils knock it down on the near side. They had a chance to go for the interception as Devin Smith was there, but Carson Gay didn't take any chances and made sure to knock that down.
Yeah, you can't fault the Devils there. It certainly looked like Smith was going to have an interception, but Gay knocked it down and forces now a 4th down and about 16. You know, with the interesting punting we've seen so far from Rocky, this could, again, result in great field position for the Blue Devils.
Well, the Devils have started both of their drives tonight in Rock Island territory. Rock Island is back to punt. They use their quarterback to punt. Oh, nearly blocked. This ball is away and out of bounds on the far side, and the Devils will have to start in Quincy territory, though not terribly bad off at their own 49-yard line on their 3rd possession of the game at 51 seconds to go. Devils leading 14-0 here first quarter at Flynn Stadium.
That is just such a
dangerous punt.
Yes, the formation.
I understand why Coach Stortz uses his quarterbacks to punt, so he can threaten you maybe on short 4th downs that they might show you something and go for it, but they don't give him any room behind the line of scrimmage.
No, none. You get any penetration, you're almost right to him.
Blue Devils 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wishbone behind Krikard. They're going to hand it off to Brockmiller. Comes near side, tries to set up the corner. Stops, gets across the 50. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Brockmiller down to the 47.
You know, he's lucky to get 4. That's a lot more of that east-west running instead of north-south. He ran 20 yards to get to the yard markers.
They're going to give him 5 on that carry.
Which, by the way, I wanted to bring up, I'm sure you're glad that we're back in a stadium that has the numbers on the field.
You got that right. Devils 2nd and 5 from the Rock Island 46-yard line. Handed off to the up man. That's Unmisig. He's to the 44. Pickup of 2, and that's all he's going to get. Rock Island's interior line starting to do a much better job of kind of stopping the Blue Devils at the point of attack. They were inside there with Will Miles, the 6'7", 245-pound junior, and he was getting help from Nathan Bowers, the 5'6", 220-pound senior nose guard there. We're at the end of the first quarter. Devils driving. They've scored on their first 2 possessions. They lead Rock Island 14-0 on 103.9 The Fox.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
This second quarter. This isn't a JV game. They're going to have to put 12 minutes on the scoreboard for the quarter. Hopefully they'll notice that. Devils 3rd and 3, leading 14-0 here as we get the second quarter started. 3rd down and 3 from the Rock Island 44-yard line. And now I think the umpire has noticed the scoreboard issue and is informing the referee that this is in fact a State of Illinois varsity football game. And they do put 12 minutes on the board. So the Devils ready to go. 3rd down and 3, middle of the field with Krikard under center. They're going to form up in the wing T behind him now. They've shown Wishbone tonight, and they've shown wing T. They're in the wing T now. Going to give it to Unmisig. Unmisig runs right, and for the first time tonight, the Devils are stopped for very short yardage, running right. They get only 2 yards, and that'll bring up a 4th and 1. The way Devils are moving the ball tonight, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it here, Jim.
Oh, you have to go for it. This could be, a huge momentum swing and a killer to put another 7 on the board and go up 21-0.
You know, when you defer the opening possession and then score on your first 2 while denying your opponent on theirs, to use a tennis term, it almost feels like you break serve right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Blue Devils going for it on 4th and 1. Middle of the field, Ricard turns around, hands it off. Devils are going to get there on the second effort. Great job that time moving the pile as the Devils were able to work inside with Unmusig, and getting up from on top of him, leading that pile was Blaine Shooter, the 6'3", 250-pound junior lineman.
Now, I'm going to say this. That is exactly what Unmusig needs to do and Rick Little wants to see. That is what you got last year out of Malik Robbins from that spot. It's not flashy. It's not, it's
not fun necessarily.
It's not fun. It's getting hammered all the time. But you know what? That was a 4-yard tough run to pick up a first down when it was needed.
1st and 10 from the Rock Island 38. Devils leading 14-0 and driving. They've had 3 long drives already. Back to pass. Ricard, he's got time. Looks downfield. Has his man. That's Holschlag at the 20. He's down to the 16. Holschlag picks up 22 yards on the pass from Ricard.
Well, that was a nice pitch and catch. Beautiful time. Pass protection for Ricard. And that time, you know what I liked was he stopped. He set his feet. He let the receiver work his route. And then he threw a perfect ball where only his receiver was going to get it. There was no one around Seth. He looked it in. Here we are on the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 from the Rock Island 16. Near side hash mark. Devils going to go double handoff. Balls on the ground. Scooped up by Rock Island. This could be a scoop for 6. Rock Island rolling in a convoy down the field. Rock Island is going to go unmolested as the Devils can't handle the double handoff. Jacob Tuke, the sophomore, 5'10", 165-pound defensive back, is the recipient of a Christmas gift as the Blue Devils get fancy with the double handoff in the backfield and don't execute.
Well, that's a momentum killer, that's for sure.
Blue Devils have stopped themselves once tonight. Rock Island hasn't stopped them yet.
You know, I have one word that, why? Why run that play when there's nothing but 2 chances at disaster?
That is an 84-yard scoop and score from Tuke, and that makes it 14-6. Now Rock Island looking for the extra point. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good. 14-7. Blue Devils fumble, can't recover, and Tuke goes 84 yards on the scoop and score. 10:20 to go. Blue Devils get the ball back next on the Fox.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway. And together, we'll review your insurance needs.
By fumbling on a double exchange at the 16-yard line while they were in the red zone. And Rock Island scoops and scores on the 84-yard return. 10:21 to go, first half. Devils are about to receive the kickoff from Rock Island. Devils with Brock Miller back on the near side, and he's flanked with Smith on the far side. Both are back at their own 5-yard line. Rock Island ready to kick it away. Coming to the near side, and the right foot. They're going to bring it right down the middle. It'll be taken by Brock Miller at the 15, the 20. Gets outside to the 25, the 30. Squirts through a hole out to the 35. He'll be knocked down at the 39-yard line. 29-yard return by Brock Miller. And the Devils again in business with good starting field position, Jim, though it's their worst of the night, their own 39.
Yeah, well, you got to get back out there and drive the ball again. The problem is
you got to answer now. You got to put points on the board on this drive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
10-13 to go. First half. Devils up 14-7. 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Devils are going to come out wing T behind Krikard. I don't see much life breaking that huddle. You need to pick it up. Hand it off to Unmasig. He runs inside across the 40 to the 41. Gain of 2.
See, now the problem is you got Rock Island's bench fired up. The few fans they brought, the players on the field. Now they're only down a touchdown.
And they just did something positive for really the defense for the first time tonight.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't create it, they took the scraps that were left on the table and ate them.
Exactly. Like a hyena.
2nd and 8. Blue Devils. I just don't see a lot of energy in that offensive huddle right now.
No, a lot of down.
Devils wing T again behind Krikard. They're going to hand this one off to Brockmiller. Brockmiller goes right. He's got the 45 hit there, knocked out at the 46. That'll be a pickup of 5 and bring up 3rd down and 3.
Well, this is a down. You have to get a first down here. You have to keep the football. You have to move the chains. You need to answer. You don't want to give Rock Island's offense the ball back and let their defense, again, come up with another big stop. They force the turnover, scoop and score, and the last thing you need is a 3 and out, especially on your side of the field, on your side of the 50.
Because for the first time tonight, if the Devils don't get a first down here, you're in your own half of the field, and what you have to admit is a 1-touchdown game, so you'd be forced to punt here pretty much. So the Blue Devils with their first key 3rd down of the night. 3rd and 3 from their own 46-yard line. Far side hash mark. Devils moving right to left, leading 14-7. Wing T behind Krikard. They're going to come back, hand this one off to Smith. Smith is tripped up back at his own 44-yard line. Bark him down at the 43. That's a loss of 3 on 3rd down and 3.
On top of that, I think they got the Blue Devils for holding.
Well, if I'm Rock Island, you decline this.
That play just got blown up by, was that Tyree Overton? I mean, he just flew in 22, and, I mean, Quincy's left guard was moved 6 yards back and knocked into our own running back.
So the Blue Devils going to send on the punt team here, it looks like. They will be the penalty declined.
Well, you certainly need a big play from the Blue Devils. The winds have been taken. I mean, this place went flat, you know. This place was, everyone was pumped up on the sidelines. Here we were marching, big pass play, and now everyone's quiet. It's flat, and Rock Island's got all the momentum.
Blue Devils back to punt, and the punt is away. We're going to have a penalty flag on running into the kicker, but it was 4th and 6. So if this is a 5-yard penalty, which I believe it will be, it'll be 4th and 1 with a re-kick. This play is coming back no matter what. It's going to be the Blue Devils' ball at the 48, and they'll be thinking about what they want to do here, unless it's a personal foul for 15 and an automatic first down. I don't think that was enough contact to merit a personal foul.
I've thought about that about a lot of running into the kickers over the years.
Let's see what the call is going to be here.
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. But it's still a penalty that if you're Rock Island, now Quincy's got options. You're at midfield and you only need 1 yard. What do you do here if you're Rick Little and his coaching staff?
Well, interestingly, the down marker is a little forward of where the football is placed. That football is at least 2 yards short of that first down marker.
The down marker is just across the 49, and the football is just shy of the 48.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at what?
It's a full one.
Yeah,
a full
maybe
one.
1.5. Devils are going to go for it.
You better get a push here. You better get a push.
From their own 48, they need 1.5 for the first down. Wishbone behind Krikard. Blue Devils turn around, hand it off. They're going to get it right out to the 50, across the 50, and a first down. That's just good head-down running by Bryce Unmasig.
Again, that's what you need in that situation. You need a back who's going to go north-south, hold on to the football, and run hard.
Unmasig gets the hard 3. He's got 57 yards on 11 carries. His last carries, 3-2-3-2. But they've been carries the Blue Devils have needed in short yardage situations.
Absolutely, and 2 of them were on 4th downs.
Yep. So not sexy numbers right now, but he's getting the downs and achieving moving the chains when the Blue Devils need to do it to keep drives alive.
Yeah, and you noticed it took more than one guy to bring him down. You never in that spot want to be a guy who can get brought down by one defender.
1st and 10 from the Rock Island 49. Late handoff. Devils are rumbling now across the 45 down to the 42 as they pick it up with Smith and get 7 yards on first down.
Nice hard run. You know, he could have tried to make a move there and instead, lowered his shoulder and lowered his head and ran a guy over.
Blue Devils give him 8, and it's going to be 2nd and 2. You change it up here, bring in the passing game, or do you just keep pounding it on the ground? 8 minutes to go. Devils up 14-7. Wishbone now, they're going to pitch it in the back, and it's going to be dropped by Brockmiller. Brockmiller is hit back at his own 47-yard line. That is going to be a loss of 13 on the play.
I don't know if that's a lack of concentration.
They just went Wishbone, student body right, and on the pitch, Brockmiller never caught it.
It didn't look like it was low. It looked like it hit him right in the hands from where I could tell.
Making him officially a loss of 12. Blue Devils 3rd and 14 from their own 47-yard line. Twins out right, twins out left. One man back with Cricard out of the gun. Cricard back to pass, throws it over the middle, and it is intercepted on the far side. Are they going to call it a catch? It's a catch. As coming down with it is Jacob Tuke. Tuke had the 84-yard scoop and score, and now he comes up with the INT in the seam, and Tuke, almost seemingly by himself, has turned this game around for Rock Island defensively.
Yeah, that's just a bad throw. I mean, again, we run that twins route, and he always looks to Unmissig right down the pipe, and he never stares him off. He's got 2 guys draped all over him, and he throws a bad ball high that Unmissig can't get, and it's tipped. I mean, we never, ever look anywhere else.
Rock Island going to start at their own 34-yard line, 7:10 to go. First half, Quincy on top, 14-7. Rock Island to Jacob. Jacob pitches it outside. They've got Davis. Davis is at the 40. He's at the 44-yard line, and he's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they mark him as he picks up nearly 10 on this first down pitch.
I tell you what, the Blue Devils better get their heads shaken out of the cobwebs and get back in this ball game, because the way things are going, it's going to be 14-14 at the half, when for a quarter and a half we controlled the whole outcome of the football game.
2nd and 1 from the 43 for Rock Island. Alex Jacobs, the quarterback, up under center. He's got Davis and Nimmers behind him. They're going to go to the outside for Nimmers. Nimmers stutter step, hits the corner. Blue Devils bottle him up, but not after he picks up 3. That's enough for a first down out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that time we strung him out a lot better than we did when he came down to the near Blue Devil side, but still it was enough to pick up the first down.
6:24 to go, first half. Blue Devils still up 14-7. Let's recap the scoring. Unmissig got it started on the 1-yard touchdown plunge. Then it was Brockmiller from 15 yards out on the carry. After that, Blue Devils were driving to make it 21-0. They were at the Rock Island 16 when a double handoff resulted in a fumble, and Tuke picked it up and rumbled all the way down the field with plenty of protection to get Rock Island on the board. 1st and 10 for Rock Island now. They're going to go right up the middle as they bring in a fullback, David Barber. And Barber, the junior, crashes out to the Quincy 48-yard line for a pickup of 6. Barber's got 6. And it's been Nimmers, 30 yards on 5 carries. Davis, 9 on 2. Jacobs, the quarterback, -1 on 3. And now Barber's 1 carry for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Jacobs under center. Pitch to Nimmers on the short side. He's going to run into the boundary. First down across the 45, down to the 43-yard line for a pickup of 5.
That's all he needs to do. Keep moving the chains. Keep moving the chains. You let this team hang around after they got housed by Peoria Richards last week, and that's the last thing you want to a visiting team.
Rock Island's building confidence right
Absolutely.
here. First and 10 from the Blue Devil 43. This the deepest penetration. First time into Blue Devil territory for Rock Island. Jacobs under center. He's got one man tight to the line on the near side.
That's a false start.
A false start coming off the near side as the entire right side of the Rock Island O-line just broke, beat too early. Third penalty for 15 yards on Rock Island.
I yelled out there, so this time the refs didn't miss it.
I like your participation.
Sorry. It probably would help if the windows weren't closed so they could actually hear us.
It's a little chilly tonight.
It is.
And we've got that great outside sound just bottled
That's true.
in.
That's true.
High technology.
Although last week we were in that open air stadium, or open air press box. They didn't have the windows down.
We'll be back, as I keep saying.
Yeah.
We hardly ever get return visits.
No.
That last year we had Rock Island twice. This year we'll see Richwood Stadium twice. Jacobs rolling out near side, and he's going to be swallowed up by the Blue Devils. Holschlag got there, threw a party, invited his buddy Dominic Anders. Anders RSVP'd, and the two of them sack dance over the top of Jacobs. They're going to push Rock Island all the way back to the Rock Island 46. That's going to bring up second down at near 20.
Tell you what, thank goodness he got there, because Casey Commodore, number 86 for Rock Island, was on a streak route, and he's a fast wide receiver as he went right by our free safety.
Second and 21 for Rock Island from their own 46. Jacobs rolls out to his left side. He's got time. He's going down the field. This is overthrown. Devils in a position to make the interception, and the Devils along the far sideline just can't hold on to it, as wrestling for the ball was Braden Burley, and Burley just couldn't keep it.
That looked like one of those that fell right into his stomach. He didn't wrap his hands around it, and then it just rolled right off onto the ground.
And you mentioned Commodore's speed. They were going to let him try to make a play. Just threw a jump ball down there for him.
Yeah, and I thought they were trying to get him on more of a post corner, and it looked like he threw the fade. Big down here. Got burned last year, and how many of these can we count? 3rd and 21. Somebody please save us the heartache.
I had to see a therapist and use hypnotism to cover up those scars from last year. Devils, they need to be better in third and long defense this year. 3rd and 21. Rock Island from their own 45-yard line. Roll it out near side. Now heavy pressure on Jacob, and it's going to be incomplete. That was just great individual effort on the pursuit by Blaine Schluter, the junior, 6'3", 250-pound D tackle. He does double time, of course, on that O-line as well, and he gave Jacobs no chance to set up on that bootleg right.
That's for sure. At least he kept his contain and didn't let him get back out, wheeling around the backside again. Now, punt safe. Let this punt go.
Blue Devils back to return with two men. The punt is away, and it's blocked. Going to be covered up by the Devils at the 35-yard line and then knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. I was watching the Devils to make sure they didn't run into the kicker, and boy, they ran right into the pigskin that time. Big block on special teams.
Yeah, and the way they block that or set it up, I looked that time because we got a better view here. That punter was 7.5 yards deep from the center, okay? That's almost, shotgun material. Those guys only had to come and collapse the line 2 yards deep to put their hands up to get to the football.
From the Rock Island 33, the Blue Devils' best starting field position tonight, moving right to left, leading 14-7. Handed off Unmasing. He stops, hits the hole, and falls forward to the 30. That's a pickup of 3 on a play that looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, good hard run. And going back to the punt, you don't even have to get near the kicker, near the punter. You're close enough with you put your hands up when he's only 7.5 yards deep to get close.
Under 4 minutes to go now. Devils still on top, 14-7, threatening the red zone. 2nd and 7 from the 31-yard line. Devils hand it off in the backfield. That's Gay. Gay is going to be hit at the 25 and knocked down at the 24-yard line. Give him a gain of 7 on good, hard inside running by Cameron Gay.
Now, honestly, right here, what you'd like to see is a little bit more of that. Ground and pound. You don't care if time comes off the clock. There's only 3.5 to go until halftime.
Yeah, and you're
score
inside
with
the
virtually
25.
nothing left on the clock and punch it in the end zone.
Third down and a short one for the Devils from the 24-yard line. Far side hash mark, going to give it to Unmisig. Unmisig's hit in the backfield. He's going to lose 3.
Number 75 for Rock Island is Christian Vasquez, 6'2", 280. He could have almost taken that handoff and went the other way with it.
Under 3 minutes to go now. That's a loss of 4.
That's a killer.
Back
now
to
it's
the
fourth
29.
down. 4th and 5. You had 3rd and 1.
Unmisig, 13 carries, 56 yards on the night tonight. What do you do here? You're at the 29. You're looking at essentially a 44-yard field goal attempt here by Unmisig with the wind blowing in his face. I don't think you're going to go for that right now.
No.
2:30 to go. Blue Devils are going to take a timeout to think it over, leading Rock Island 14-7. 2:31 to go in the half. We'll take it as well. Devils going for it on 4th down next on the Fox.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Pay site? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJTV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJTV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
.231 to go. First half, Blue Devils on top 14-7. Touchdowns, 1-yard run by Unmisig, 15-yard scamper by Brock Miller, and then the Took 84-yard fumble recovery and return for Rock Island. That is all the scoring on the night tonight. The kicking game has been pitch perfect for both teams, and the Devils are going to go for this on 4th and 5 in Rock Island territory at the 29. It was 3rd and 1 and then a loss of 4. Trips to the left side for George Krikard IV. One man behind him. Krikard out of the pistol. He's about 4 yards behind his center, standing at the Rock Island 34. Devils need to get down to the 24. Going to go slant over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted by Tyree Overton. Overton on the return far side of the 40 and out of bounds there. The Blue Devils turn it over again just on the edge of the red zone. And now midfield position for Rock Island with 2:22 to work with.
I don't know if George Krikard has a hard time just seeing the defender, but 22 was in Unmisig's hip pocket. I mean, he was literally right on his hip. And when that ball was thrown, all the Rock Island defender had to do was put his hands up and he intercepted it. He didn't have to make any sort of stop in his stride whatsoever.
1st and 10 for Rock Island from their own 45. Alex Jacob, the sophomore quarterback. He hasn't done too much tonight, but he's kept his team in it. Nimmers, far side. Blue Devils missed the tackle in the backfield. He's going to scamper for a gain of 1 on the sideline before stepping out of bounds as Holschlag got help along the boundary from Thomas Damon and cut off the run by Nimmers.
Yeah, I thought Logan Lovelace had a chance to take him for a loss there.
36 yards on 7 carries for Nimmers. He's the leading rusher for Rock Island coming into this one. 130 yards on the season on 25 carries. And the Blue Devils have done a good job of containing him here tonight. 2:10 to go. First half. Blue Devils on top 14-7. 2nd and 9. Far side hash marks. Rock Island moving left to right. Jacob up under center. Hands this one off to Barber. Barber across the 50 down to the 48. That's a pickup of 6. Barber, he's just a change of pace back. He's a fire hydrant on legs back there.
Yeah, what year is he?
Barber comes into this one tonight. He is a junior, 5'8", 230.
I will tell you this. I have not, besides Vasquez and
lots of juniors,
Fisher,
lots of sophomores.
They're, Josh Davis, their senior lineman. They have a ton of juniors and sophomores.
3rd and 4 from their 49-yard line to the Blue Devils. Turn around, handed to Barber. First down across the 45, down to the 43, to the 42. Boy, he is all knees coming at you high as he picks up 6 more yards. 18 yards on 3 carries for Barber. All 3 touches have been for 6 yards for the junior. 90 seconds to go, first half. Blue Devils feel like they've let this one slip away. They absolutely controlled this game for the first 15 minutes. Now they're fighting to stay ahead, going to the locker room. Back to pass, Jacobs takes off out the back door. He's got the first down at the 30, hit at the 20, and he's brought down on the 20 as he scampers for a pickup of 21 on the quarterback delay.
Yeah, that middle just parted. They sent everyone out, kept the backs in. The backs flushed the defensive ends of ours up. He stepped up in the pocket, was able to make a move, and then there was no one at the next level.
First trip into the red zone on an offensive drive for Rock Island tonight. Minute 10 to go, far side hash marks. Jacob under center. He's got a full house behind him. Pitch it to Nimmers. Nimmers is going to be around the corner at the 20. He's near the boundary. Gain of 1 to the 19.
Yeah, strung out nicely there on the short side of the field. You know, the Blue Devils just kill themselves with turnovers. We just kill ourselves with, you know, giving the other team tonight opportunities when there should be none.
Blue Devils right now -3 in the turnover battle tonight, -5 on the season. Yeah, you scored on your first 2 drives, and then a fumble, an interception are the way you backed it up. Minute 3 to go, 2nd and 9 from the 19 for Rock Island in the red zone. They're going to hand this one off to Barber. Barber at the 15, down to the 10. He's hit the 9, first down. Barber, who runs hard and low, pushes the pile like a wrecking ball down to the 9. It's 1st and goal for Rock Island. 56 seconds to work with.
Well, here's a news flash. If the 11 guys in blue haven't figured out you can't tackle that guy with your arm, someone ought to run them a note at halftime.
45 seconds to go now. Jacobs under center, hard count, pitch it outside. Rock Island has the corner. Rock Island at the 5, the 3, and stood up. Help coming out of the backside from Holschlag as he had to track back to help bring down Davis after Davis was able to pick up 7. 40 seconds to go. Clock is stopped for a moment. This is going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Timeout has been taken on the field. Rock Island's first timeout. We'll keep it here with just 40 seconds to go in this first half. Yes, the Blue Devil offense has committed 3 successive turnovers, but this Blue Devil defense, obviously they didn't have a chance to stop the fumble, scoop, and score. But after the interception by Tuke, you take a look at what Rock Island did. They go down and they threaten. They now come up with a punt block, the defense, so they responded well after the first turnover. Can they respond well after the second turnover when they get a chance to answer?
Well, you know, the defense, I thought, has done a really nice job here. I mean, you can't put them in situations where you keep turning the ball over.
Right.
The scoop and score they had nothing to do with, so take that 7 off the board. That wasn't their score.
Rock Island comes to the line out of the timeout. 2nd down and 2. Goal to go from the 2 for Rock Island. Pitch it outside. Nimmers going to walk in. Untouched. Nimmers around the left end. Now with a chance to kick the extra point and tie this game, Rock Island, who didn't even look like they got off the bus 7 minutes ago, is 1 point away from a level score. Nimmers, 2-yard run.
Give them a turnover, and they took advantage of it.
Opportunistic, if not dominating, second quarter by Rock Island. Nimmers, good to see him get rewarded on the goal line. He's done there, hard running. The point after is no good. They push it, and the Blue Devils are holding on to a 1-point lead. That is the first mistake we've seen in special teams by either group here tonight. Yes, you could make the case that the block punt was a failure for the line, the O-line for the special teams for Rock Island, but the kicking game has otherwise been sound, and Rock Island blinks first. Blue Devils get to hold on to a 1-point lead as Rock Island misses the PAT with 36 seconds to go. Blue Devils will have a little bit of time to work with here, Jim, but they're going to need a big return here to set themselves up for an opportunity.
Well, here's what I would do. I take the punt, I take a knee, and I get in the locker room and
with the 1 point lead.
With the 1 point lead, and if I'm Coach Little, I start jumping some tail. I just, you were in control of this game.
Absolutely.
For a quarter and a half at least, and scoop 6, score another turnover, and here you are, 1 point lead, holding on for your life at home against a team. Honestly, we should be up by 2 touchdowns right now.
Blue Devils letting Rock Island back in this game, but holding on to a 1 point lead, 14-13, 37 seconds to go. Rock Island runs up and boots it away. Devils on the return near side with Brockmiller. He's going to take it across the 20, out to the 25, the 30, the 35, out to the 40. It's still going forward, and the Devils, if they want to do something, will be set up near midfield at their own 41. .28 seconds to work with now for Quincy High. Some of the pundits who looked at this Week 3 matchup said these are 2 of the 3 teams that are favorites to win the Western Big Six. Devils haven't won the conference since '74. Rock Island's won 4 of the last 6. This is a big matchup early in the conference season for the winner. Devils back to pass, throw a hitch out to Holschlag. Holschlag at the 50. He's at the 45. Gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line as he's able to pick up 15 in the pass game.
Yeah, it was a nice pitch and catch to Holschlag. We'd like to see him get a little more of those and a little more, open space opportunities. He's a bull to bring down. Let's get him the ball a little bit more.
15 yards, 2 for 2 for Cricard in the passing game for 37 yards, both to Holschlag. And the Devils going to force a timeout from Rock Island. 22 seconds to go. We'll step aside for 30 seconds as well. Devils looking for a late score as they lead Rock Island 14-13 at home on 103.9 The Fox.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, Financial Service Representative with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls, even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Lipman. He makes house calls.
If I was Brockmiller, I'd be getting in the grill of my offensive lineman who let that happen to me.
Right now, the Blue Devils take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Coach Little not happy with this offensive unit. He has pulled them away from the rest of the team and has them huddled up on the 45, talking to them with 15 seconds to go in this opening half. 14-13, we are, still in the first half if you're just joining us. Late start to this one. We kicked off about 8 o'clock. We hope to have some updates on scores from around the Western Big Six as we move along here this evening. Hopefully nobody going as late as Alleman and Galesburg did last week in their rain delay. Devils 2nd and 16 now, and they want a timeout.
I didn't think you could call back-to-back timeouts.
I don't think you could either, but they were just granted it by the referee. Cricard didn't like the look, and so each team with one timeout left with 15 seconds to go here in the first half. We're on the road next week to take on Peoria Manual, 7:30 or thereabouts is the kickoff. We'll have the pregame show for you. We, meaning myself and my producer, Scott Hardy, since Jim Hansen won't be making the trip, and you for joining us here on 103.9 The Fox, online at 1039thefox.com or online at quincyjournal.com. If you want to watch tonight's broadcast in a TV presentation, just surf over to quincyjournal.com on your smartphone, your phablet, your tablet, whatever you have, and you can watch it. QJTV. Just click the tab and select tonight's Blue Devil Rocks broadcast. I'd like to thank Quincy Journal for making that video stream available to you.
Well, 14.9 seconds, you're on the 48-yard line. You know, with one timeout here, you could work the middle of the field. We haven't been successful on it. You'd like to maybe try a short out here to Hoslaw, get him out, then save your timeout and try and get into field goal range. I don't know we have a chance to get to even get close to a play in the end zone.
Blue Devils 2nd and 16 from the Rock Island 48. Ricard on the fake. He's going to get swallowed up now, throws it late, could be in the grasp. Let's see if they call it intentional grounding. Devils cover up with Smith and no penalty on the play. It'll just be incomplete and bring up 3rd and 16.
You know, the problem with that is that when you run a screenplay, okay, your job as a lineman, your job is to hold your block for usually a 3 count. Okay, so you're 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, let him go, and then you come down to the flat. The problem with our offensive linemen, it's more like a 1,001, boom, go. Well, that's not going to set up any play, and then your quarterback's running for his life back there and going to get killed.
10 seconds to go, first half. Devils holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13 after a missed PAT from Rock Island on their last score. Trips out to the right side, wide side. Going to hand it off with Unmasig. Unmasig tries the middle of the field. Yeah, Vasquez isn't going to let him go anywhere. The big bear paw of Vasquez just reached out, grabbed the jersey of Unmasig, and pulled him back in like a yo-yo.
I have a wonderful idea for halftime. Whoever number 75 is across, let's try and block him. That might work. That might help our running backs find the hole, and it might help them not get killed, and it might help our quarterback make some plays.
2-yard pickup by Unmasig.
As good as we looked early on in
putting
this
two
game,
men on Vasquez then?
No, not necessarily. You know, the first quarter and a half we looked pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't call Vasquez's name once over the first 15 minutes of this game.
I don't know if he was not in there. If they, now the other thing they could have done is maybe they flipped sides with him. I don't know if he was on the left side when we were running.
But he's working out of the defensive tackle spot now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is if he was on our left when we kept running right,
sure,
and they flipped him back to over to the other side. I don't recall.
4th down and 14, 4 seconds to go, first half. Rock Island called their last timeout. Ricard back to pass, has an extra protector. Steps up, looks down the field, nothing there, keeps it himself, runs out the clock, and picks up 1 yard on the scramble. So the Blue Devils take it to the locker room, reeling despite leading 14-13. We'll take a look at all your first half stats coming up at Blue Devils at the half. Check in with the Fox Sports Newsroom on a very busy sports day, and Jim will give us his keys to the second half. After 1 half of play, the Blue Devils lead the Rock Island Rocks at home 14-13. You're listening to Blue Devil football on the Fox.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, Financial Service Representative with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls, even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
Sean Seacrease along with Jim Hansen and you. Thanks again to Scott Hardy in the 103.9 The Fox studios. He's cooking up those first half highlights as we speak. They thought he was going to have a few more ingredients to work with, Jim, but a couple of them went sour on him there at the last minute. Devils had 6 possessions, offensive possessions in this first half. The first 2 resulted in touchdowns, a 1-yard scramble by Unmusig and a 15-yard rumble by Brock Miller. And then it was fumble for a scoop and score in the red zone, interception, and then time ran out on their last drive at the half. A game that started so promisingly, going up 14-0 after winning the coin toss and deferring to the second half, ended with a bit of a bitter taste as a Rock Island team that they dominated in this first half of play cut this 14-0 lead to 14-13, and it's only at that because Rock Island missed a PAT.
Yeah, and the Blue Devils are going to have to come back out and really take care of ball security. We can't have any more turnovers in the second half, and they have to shore up their defensive scheme against, gosh, what was that running back? The
Barber came on.
No, the 230-pounder.
Yeah, Barber.
Yeah, Barber. He was, reminded me of that Pittsburgh Steelers guy that tried leaping over the Browns kicker and kicked him in the face. That's what he's doing to our runners. He's kicking them, but it's his knees. We just got to get tough at the point of attack. And, I tell you what, this game should not be this close. And like I said, you cannot let visiting teams hang around.
Let's take a look at the first half stats. Let's start with Rock Island. 20 carries for 103 yards on the ground. 20 carries, 103 yards. The way this game was going early, if I'd have told you that Rock Island was going to outrush the Blue Devils in the first half, you wouldn't have believed me, but they did. 20 carries for 103. The Blue Devils 27 carries for 99 yards in that first half. Devils were 2 of 3 through the air for 37. Rock Island 1 of 6 for just 7 yards. But the key statistic in my mind here tonight, Rock Island +3 in the turnover battle.
Yeah, and we have none.
Yep. We have no forced fumbles or interceptions. So it's been
two
tough.
of them, and I was listening to what you said about passing. I don't know how we could be 2 of 3. Didn't we have 2 picks?
Well, the balls that weren't picked, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. The picks, our quarterback has got to do a better job of recognizing the open receiver. And you know what? Check down. Do you notice both picks were right to Unmusig?
Yep.
It's almost like we only throw to Unmusig. Donovan Roos is a weapon. We haven't even targeted him tonight with, a look.
Yep.
Holtzschlag, 1 catch.
2 catches.
2.
He's got both for 37. Yeah.
I would just, I would like to see us spread the ball around a little bit more. Instead of we drop back to pass, we stare right at the one guy we're going to throw to. And, if he's covered, we still stare at him and we still let the ball go and throw it to him. You can't force things in when it's not there.
So the Blue Devils leading 14-13 at the half here at Flynn Stadium. The Marching Devils are back on the field. We'll let them take you to the break. We'll come back with tonight's first half highlights, and Jim will have his keys to the second half, all coming up on Blue Devils at the half on 103.9 The Fox.
I got time to look at
it. 16-yard line was scooped by the Rock Island defense and scored by Jacob Toke. Toke, the sophomore, was able to rumble with a caravan all the way down the sideline and cut it to 14-7. Then it was an interception by Overton of Cricard that ended up in a 45-yard drive for Rock Island, capped off by Nimmer's TD plunge. They would go 55 yards total on that drive. A missed extra point, though, left the game at 14-13. Devils on top. The Devils won the toss and deferred at the beginning of the game, so they will be starting the second half with possession and a 1-point lead here at Flynn Stadium. Taking a look ahead, the Devils are on the road at Peoria Manual next week. We'll have that game for you about 7:30, the kickoff. We hope about 7:15, the pregame show. The only other score in right now, Peoria Notre Dame at Alleman. Notre Dame up there 27-0 over Alleman. That Peoria Notre Dame first team defense absolutely vicious this season. They have only allowed the 16 points that the Blue Devils scored there in garbage time, honestly, last week in Peoria. We know it's PND over Alleman, 27-0, though no confirmation that that game has gone final just yet. We'll pass that along to you as we get it here in the booth. The second half, it comes up next. Scott Hardy has put together those Blue Devil first half highlights to wrap up Devils at the half on 103.9 The Fox. Stadium this evening. Thank you for joining us for at least part of your Friday night for Blue Devil football on 103.9 The Fox. Jim, I was trying to get confirmation while you were gone, but we do know that Peoria Notre Dame over Alleman 27-0 in that game. No confirmation that it's a final yet, but if that holds up, even though the Blue Devils got trucked last week at PND, it's this kind of odd badge of honor that you're the only team that scored on PND this year. Granted, in garbage time.
Yeah, I tell you, I knew they were good. Yeah. I mean, they're good. Let's be honest. I mean, they are real good.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
really
legit
good
state contenders in my mind in 6A. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they're Final 8 type contenders in my mind.
Yeah. My one concern at 6A, they could really see some teams that have a lot more size and a little more speed. I think at 5A, look out.
If they get a breakdown to 5A, yeah.
I think they run the table. I think they'll get a number 1 seed in the playoffs. But going back to your point, Alleman doesn't get shut out very often.
No.
Now, what happened to Alleman in week 1?
Yeah.
Was it 50-20 or?
That was. Let me pull up the final score for you. It was 50-7, I believe, that they lost to Peoria in that game. So it was. Let me make sure, because when you have these kind of stunning turnabouts, 50-7.
Okay,
Peoria.
so Rock Island Alleman, mind you, 2 out of the 3 weeks they've played football could have only scored 7 points. That's a team that, if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, you would have taken my wallet.
Yeah, well, and they had to scratch tooth and nail to get 16 at Galesburg last week. They won that game 16-6, but this is not kind of an Alleman team that we're used to seeing from Dave DeHager over the years.
And that's what's so upsetting right now. Gosh, if Quincy High could put something together, here we are, a year Alleman's down. Rocky, I tell you what, this Rocky team, if you don't get out of here with a win, the next 2 years are going to be even more difficult.
Oh, jeez.
Moline is down. UT,
Moline's 0-2 to start the year.
So if you think about it, if Quincy High doesn't get much respect anyway, even the Quad City Times said they're one of the preseason favorites for the conference.
Yep.
You better get moving and get that in gear if you're thinking you're going to, do that. We got one half here. You got to take it take it a game at a time. And the only thing that matters right now is this half, not the next half or not next game. So we need to put together 2 quarters. You know what I was going to tell you? One other odd fact. Listen to this. The varsity games are 12-minute quarters.
Yes.
My son is on the 6th grade QIFL team. For the past 2 weekends, we have played 4 15-minute quarters non-running clock. The games have each lasted over 2 hours at the 6th grade level. And last week I finally said something. I said, wait a second. This is more than the varsity plays. Why aren't we playing this? Well, it's a league out of Missouri. This is what they want us. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know if I have the mental discipline for 4 15-minute
quarters. Let alone a 6th grader. Yeah, no kidding. It's unbelievable. Because the junior high, I think the 8th graders only play 8-minute quarters.
Yeah, I believe so at Illinois.
That game will go nice and quick.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Still holding on at some 48 degrees here. Same temperature we had at kickoff at Flint Stadium. 12 minutes are on the board. The Blue Devils are on the field. They're going to move left to right here to start this third quarter. Devils are back to receive. Brock Miller and Smith. Rock Island breaks their huddle on the far side, and they are ready to go as well. Thanks to Scott Hardy for producing at the halftime. And he'll have all the highlights coming up in the post-game show. We'll be talking it over with Blue Devil head coach Rick Little. And hopefully, Blue Devils regrouped in the locker room at halftime, and we'll be talking about a win. Tonight's broadcast also available on QuincyJournal.com. Just go to QuincyJournal.com, click the QJTV tab, and you can watch tonight's televised broadcast, complete with insight from Blue Devil Golden Helmet winner Jim Hansen. Devils return it on the far side. Wall off that return at the 20, now to the 25. Break it through with Brock Miller to the 30, and he's tackled at the 34-yard line on a 24-yard return by Brock Miller. Devils will start the half at their own 34.
He's done a nice job on those kickoff returns tonight, that's for sure.
We talked about this a little bit in the pregame show, the alumni game. Are you in playing shape, or have you been hitting the training table again hard?
No, I'm in fighting shape, friend.
All right, you're MMA
I'm
shape.
lean, I'm in.
First and 10, far side hash mark, handed off. Blue Devils go with Unmisig. He's got the corner, the 40, the 45, the 50, 45, 40, contact, 35, down to the 33-yard line. That's the biggest play from scrimmage for the Devils since week 1.
Actually, I think that was Gay. Unmisig, I just noticed, I was going to tell you, Brock Miller was not in. They took him out after the kick return. He's over here getting his ankle looked
Brock
at.
Miller did, yeah. And Gay came around and led on that for Unmisig.
And, okay, well, And whoever was leading, I was going to say, led a crushing block around the corner.
Unmisig takes that one on a long run for the Devils. Devils back to it on the near side at the 25. Carry it down inside the 25, and the Devils have come out with a lot more tempo here in the second half, just featuring Unmisig on these back-to-back runs.
Well, this is back to that right side of the offensive line again. Even though, Vasquez is in there, it looks like they've done something to go back to what we saw in the first two, drives where we actually scored. Those were two giant, holes for our backs to run through.
1st and 10 from the 22 of Rock Island. Devils chewing up ground. Devils want to run off the right tackle again. This is where they made their bones in the first quarter with Unmisig. He's running right up the back of Cole Howerton, who's in there now. The senior, 6 foot 210, helping that right side of the line. Unmisig gets 3 on this carry. He's at 101 yards now. Carries a 31, 9-3, all here in this second half. He has been the offense. Minute in, Devils leading 14-13. They have it 2nd and 8 on the Rock Island 20. They're going to fan out, trips to the left. One man in the backfield behind Cricard. They're going to hand it off to that man, Unmisig. He hits the hole on the right side. He's down to the 18 after a short gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's a team in the Western Big Six that we fool with that play. I can guarantee you what they say at film is, ladies.
They probably do.
They probably say, guys, here's the deal. They go trips. 98% of the time they run the handoff to this fullback. I don't care what you do. Somebody just go up and line on the outside. Everyone else pinch the middle gap, and we're going to stop that dive.
Trips again to the left. 3rd and 6 from the 18. Line it up. Unmisig runs right, wide open, 10-yard line. He's forced out of bounds. Blue Devils have the first down. We'll see if it's goal to go. Where are they going to mark him? Just inside the 10. Looks like 1st and goal for the Devils after that run of 9.
See, on that play, they said, ladies? No.
Hey, whatever works.
Reminds me of that Beastie Boys song, Hey Ladies.
That's right. Was that off Paul's Boutique?
I think so.
1st and goal from the 9. Near side hash marks. Blue Devils moving left to right. They look like they've regained that dominant form of the first quarter. Let's see if they're going to punch it in out of the wing tee here. Cricard under center. Going to hand it off with Smith. Smith takes it down to the 7 before he's thrown back. Give him a gain of 2.
I don't know that he got to the 7. I think they marked him back at the 11.
Wow, that was a penetrating push from Vasquez that time. I thought he was past there and down to the 7, but I must have followed the lead blocker.
I'll tell you what, big number
Lost
71, Devontae Jackson, 6'1", 230 in there for Rock Island's getting a good push over our center. This will be interesting territory for the Devils. 2nd down and 11 from the 11.
Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 11. Blue Devils going to come out wishbone now. Double tight end set. Want to hand it off to Brockmiller. Brockmiller is hit at the 10. He'll get a gain of 1. And now the defensive line for Rock Island just looks like they're pinning their ears back and initiating so much.
Yeah, and they're getting a great push, and that time their linebacker, the all-conference player Josh Davis, was able to flow in there. I think they I don't want to say they figured out what we were doing, but they've made some adjustments here and kind of tightened up as the field has gotten shorter.
Well, and the Blue Devils lost the tempo they came out with on those first 3 plays. 3rd and goal from the 10 for the Devils. Near side hash mark, moving left to right, leading 14-13 early part of the 3rd quarter. Fake the handoff, bootleg Cricard. Better get rid of it. Back in the end zone, it's picked. INT in the end zone for the touchback. Cricard threw an absolute quail up to Holschlag. Holschlag had no chance to get there. So the Devils shoot themselves in the foot again with their 4th turnover of the night. This one in the end zone of Rock Island, and Rock Island gets to start at their own 20-yard line after that interception in the end zone. I believe that was Justin Lobley, the senior defensive back, who came up with it. 1st and 10, Rock Island. Blue Devils up. 8.5 to play, 3rd quarter, 14-13. Missed an opportunity. They've now turned it over on their last 4 drives that weren't stalled by halftime. On the pitch, Rock Island wants to flow to the right side. take it out to the 24 on that hard run by Davis.
Well, the defense needs to make a stand here. I mean, you just can't keep doing that. I mean, you drive all the way down, you're going to walk away with some sort of points. You know, the problem is also when we roll out that way, we've got 3 guys coming right off the corner that aren't even being touched. So by the time Kirkard turns to throw the ball, he's under duress. And the problem is he's rolling to his left and tries to throw back across his body and threw up a wounded duck.
Far side hash mark, strips to the right side, handed off to Barber. Barber's going to be stood up at the 25 and brought down there after a gain of 2. So maybe the Blue Devils have figured out Barber a bit. He's got 30 yards on 5 carries, excuse me. Nimmers 39 on 9, Davis 20 on 4, Jacobs 20 on 4, and Barber 30 on 5 carries. They've been the 4 running backs to carry tonight for Rock Island.
Big third down.
2nd and 7, going to become 3rd and 7 right now. It's going to be 3rd and 5, rather. They haven't moved the ball yet. 3rd and 5, just over 7 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Scores coming in from around the conference. We'll give those to you after this 3rd down attempt. See if the Devils can stuff Rock Island here at the Rock Island 25. Turn around. Devils were in the backfield, missed the tackle, and out to the 31-yard line with the first down is Davis on a gain of 6.
Well, Schluter was in the backfield. All he had to do was make the tackle.
So Rock Island gets the first down. Galesburg is taking out their ire on East Moline, 34-0. Richwoods, Moline. Moline's regrouping. That's 14-7, Richwoods, 4th quarter. Late. That game is tight. And I'm going to save the other one for just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 31 for Rock Island. Rock Island takes it to the right side on that misdirection. Rolls out to the 35-yard line for a gain of 4 on that carry by Davis. Davis has been being featured here in this 3rd quarter. Peoria Notre Dame about to hang a half hundred on all of it, 47-7. That Peoria Notre Dame team is lethal right now.
Are they ranked this week?
They better be.
Oh, man. I mean,
you got 10 better teams than that in 6A right now? I don't believe you. 6:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Split ends for Rock Island. Turn around, hand it off to Nimmers. Nimmers trying to race for the corner. Devils get great pursuit. Devils force him out on the near side. Holschlag got there and cleaned it up after the first contact was made off the corner on the near side as Devils got there with Carson Gay.
Oh, I thought he got a generous spot. Jeez.
And he's all the way out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. I thought so, too. I thought he crashed out short of the 35. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 again for Rock Island. Nimmers. He's got 40 on 10 carries. Trips up to the right side, tight to the line for Rock Island. They're going to pitch it outside and go with Davis. Davis is going to be hemmed in. Ruths has him, and they stop him on 3rd down. Short of the first, it'll be 4th down and 4 for Rock Island. Great read that time in pursuit by Donovan Ruths.
The defense finally got wise to that wide side toss and was able to flow nicely, overstack that side of the field, and come up big after the turnover in the end zone to force another punt. Now we see a new punt formation. Interesting.
This is a traditional punt formation now for Rock Island. They're going to punt it off 4th and 4. Rock Island back, looks, and it is away. Blue Devils going to run away from it, and Rock Island downs it at the Blue Devil 37-yard line. So the Devils take over at their own 37. The Blue Devils have had 6 possessions that ended on a natural progression, not running out of time at the half. They've scored on 2 and turned the ball over 4 times.
Yeah, they're lucky they scored on those first 2.
Yeah, or else you'd be in trouble against a team that they have clearly been better than tonight. Blue Devils from their own 37-yard line, 5:15 to play, 3rd quarter, still up 14-13. Handed off to Brockmiller coming near side. Brockmiller has to wiggle out of the tackle just to get back to the 35 as Brockmiller was under heavy pressure from Devonta Jackson, the 6'1", 230-pound senior lineman.
Well, that can't happen to Brock Miller. He was also taken down from behind by number 44, the free safety, Tylin Hickman, who came all the way from 12 yards deep behind the pulling guard and was able to get. Brock Miller has got to turn the corner and be able to get upfield. He is running too much east and west, and by the time he decides to make a move, that guy flew all the way from his safety spot downhill and was able to make the tackle 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And now Rock Island's Deshaun Davis, their starting running back, is hurt. He plays both ways. He is getting help from the Quincy medical staff with 4:55 to go in this third quarter. We'll step aside while Davis gets medical detention. You're listening to Blue Devil football. They lead Rock Island 14-13 on 103.9 The Fox.
A loved one passes on, and for a moment, time seems to stand still.
My husband was my whole world. We spent so much time together.
Making funeral arrangements is never easy. We can help you create a ceremony with sensitivity, compassion, and respect. Hanson Spear Funeral Home, celebrating a life well lived.
I tell you what, the defense is playing a heck of a game.
Davis is down again for Rock Island. That's the delay.
You know, if you take away the scoop six, your defense has given up one touchdown, and it was after another turnover.
Rock Island going to set up at their own 29. Davis is going to get some help on the field. The referee has urged both teams to their sidelines, so we'll take a timeout while Davis is given attention on the field. 4:07 to go, third quarter, 14-13, Devils on top of Rock Island. You're listening to Blue Devil football on the Fox.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Pay site? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJTV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJTV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
Davis now being helped up by 2 teammates. The Rock Island running back, defensive back, being carried off. He just can't seem to shake that left calf cramp. And for anybody who's never had one, they're painful, and they also make you feel ridiculous.
Yeah, nothing you can. The problem is once you're down, if you don't get it out or work it out, you have the same thing every time you try and get back up. I had a guy I played ball with who used to let them work themselves out. He let it go. I could never stand the pain.
How could you play through that?
Well, no, he wouldn't be in the game. He'd come out and just let it work itself through.
Jacobs under center, whistle blows, blow the play dead. Looks like this is going to be motion against Rock Island. The penalty situation, Blue Devils haven't been called for a penalty here tonight. Rock Island's been called for 3 for 15 yards and make it 4 for 20, as that'll be their second illegal motion penalty of the night.
Rock Island hasn't needed much penalties for us. They've got 4 turnovers.
It's the dichotomy of the game right now, Jim. Blue Devils are up, feel like they should be up more. You look at the stat sheet, you're -4 in the turnover column. Then you might think, how are we winning this game?
Absolutely. No, I agree. Luckily, we had about a 16, 17-minute stretch there where we...
Devils bring down Jacobs in the backfield. Boy, the Devils just got an absolute jailbreak coming off the near side as Thomas Damon, the linebacker, was clean. He got in the backfield and brought down Jacobs for a huge sack. So from 1st and 15, they're going to be backed up all the way to 2nd and 21 for Rock Island.
Yeah, that was a full-fledged bring the whole house blitz. They kept 2 safeties back, and that was about it.
2nd and 21 now. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Devils up 14-13. 1 man to the left, 2 to the right. Sidecar for Nimmers to Jacobs. They put it in the belly of Nimmers. Nimmers is into the second level. Nimmers slides down at the 27-yard line.
Thankfully.
And it's a good thing the Turf Monster got him because there weren't a lot of blue jerseys around him when he went down. That's going to go for a gain of 9 and bring it to 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, Quincy High got really lucky there. He slipped and fell trying to make another cut. And like you said, there was plenty of open turf there for him to be still running on.
Alleman gets a late touchdown before it goes final. Peoria Notre Dame 47, Alleman 14. Alleman 1 and 2 to start the season. 14-13, Devils on top. 3rd down and 13. Oh, snap! Shotgun through the arms of Jacobs. It's a jailbreak in the backfield. Blue shirts all over him. Back at his own 15-yard line. Blue Devils are going to hit him for a loss of 12 on the play. And that is a big, big break that should get some momentum going for the Blue Devils. That's going to bring up 4th and near 25. And Rock Island's going to have to punt from the edge of their own end zone.
Well, both teams have had certainly their fair share of miscues. And although Rock Island's haven't been turnovers, bad snaps, balls down, they've gone backwards on this drive and now punting from their own goal line.
Rock Island back in a traditional punt formation. They will get it away. It is a short punt. Short punt takes a bounce out to midfield, takes a Rock Island bounce to the 45, the 43, the 41, the 40. And a punt that bounced after flying just 20 yards in the air, rolls another 25 and puts the Blue Devils at their own 40. Still good field position near midfield for the Devils.
Turns out to be darn near a 50-yard punt.
Yeah. So from their own 40-yard line, the Devils trying to pick up the pace. Minute 43 to go, third quarter. They lead 14-13, scoring touchdowns, a 1-yard rush from Unmisig on their first drive, a 15-yard rush from Brockmiller on their second, and since then, it's been nothing but turnovers plaguing the Devils. Devils going to come out with that wing tee behind Cricard. The senior takes the snap, hands it to Unmisig. Unmisig goes right, one hand on the ball across the 45 to the 46, pickup of 6.
It's kind of been interesting to watch. Most of our drives, we start off with 2 or 3 really good pops right off the right tackle. Get 6, 7, couple first downs, maybe break one for 20, and then we put on the brakes and come to a screeching halt.
Unmisig having his coming out party as the feature back this year. 20 carries now for 118 yards and a touchdown tonight. 2nd and 4 from the 46. Devils wing tee again. Extra man on the line, give it to Unmisig. Runs off that right side, fights his way to the 50. He's close to the first down. And if he gets a good spot, all he needs is the nose of the ball across the 50. And it'll be a first down here for the Blue Devils.
Again,
first down.
Good push. Just what we needed.
122 now for Unmisig.
So
nobody else with 10 carries for the Devils. Brockmiller, 9 carries for 9 yards. Smith, 6 carries for 20 yards. And then Cameron Gay and Cricard each have 1 carry. So
Again,
it's been the Unmisig show here.
2 carries for him, first down.
From midfield, 1st and 10, 50 seconds. Devils near side hash mark running left to right. Unmisig again off right tackle. This time Rock Island stacks their defense. Vasquez waits for him, gets help on the near side wing from Corey Freeman, and they bring down Unmisig after a gain of 4 down to the 46.
Vasquez is down now, 75. I wonder if looks like he's got the same problem.
Yeah, it looks like he's cramping too with 29 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Officials timeout on the field. If Rock Island loses Vasquez off their front 4, that will change what the Devils can do in this game.
Absolutely. He is a load.
Yeah, Vasquez is the real deal. He has been dictating from his defensive line position. Play some offensive line has certainly helped, but the real impact has been on the defensive line tonight for Christian Vasquez. 6'2", 280, moves well, senior. You know, this is a guy who's got a chance to play at the next level if he's interested in that. Vasquez getting some help up. He's going to try and run off under his own power, and he is kind of hobbling, half skipping off during this officials' timeout. They're going to get a chance to get him to the sideline, and then they're going to tell both teams to get back on this and wind the 25-second clock.
We're late already. Let's get moving.
Gets late early in these Western Big Six games.
I know, it's unbelievable.
We could put a sundial at each field site so they could keep track about what time it is. 29 seconds to go. Devils come back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 7 at the Rock Island 47. Going to go trips to the left. One man in the backfield. That's Unmisig. He puts his fist in the ground behind Cricard. Unmisig runs it off right tackle down across the 45 to the 44. He gets a pickup of 3, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Devils will run out the clock here in the 3rd quarter. They'll have it 3rd and 4 to start the 4th quarter next as they lead Rock Island 14-13. On 103.9 The Fox.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town and Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here. So we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town and Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Blue Devil defense taking down Alex Jacob. The Rock Island quarterback, they lined up for a key 3rd down play on 3rd and 12. The snap went through his legs out of the shotgun. And the Devils picked up the 4th and 25 punt. They are trying to take that drive and turn it into points. 3rd down and 4 from midfield out of the timeout. Now moving right to left. Cricard pops up out of the crouch. Checks again with the sideline. Gets under center in front of the wing tee. Going to turn around, hand it off to Unmisig, runs it toward the boundary. He's got the first down and more. He's across the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Give him a pickup of 8, maybe 9. They're going to mark him back at the 36. That's a gain of 8, though. Plenty to move the chains on this drive.
Well, if you notice, they also took advantage of going to where Vasquez had just left. Now he's back in the game, but
137 yards on now 24 carries by Unmisig. Final quarter, 11:54 to go. Devils holding on by a fractured cuticle, 14-13. First and 10 from the 36. Put this one in the belly of Unmisig. He takes it down to the 31-yard line. Big gain of 5.
He's been an absolute workhorse tonight. You know, he's obviously running hard. He's got the hot hand. He's getting positive yardage. And the other thing I like about it, he's the closest back to George Kakard, so you don't have to worry about double handoff fumbles.
I would be surprised if we see that play again tonight.
Well, I've been a very vocal opponent of that play for many years.
And to Coach Little when we've had him on after the games, and he has his reasons for wanting to run that. Out of the wishbone now. Devils going to hand this one off to the tailback. That's Gay. Gay's going to wait. Holds that ball out a little bit away from his body in danger, and he's going to be hit back at the 31-yard line. No gain.
That's why he is down there calling the plays on the sideline, and I'm up here.
Mm-hmm.
But back to tonight, you know, we are seeing, though, a little bit more of the quick hitting stuff, quick between the tackle plays, where if the back's going to bounce it outside, that's fine, but it's meant to hit early between the tackles here so far in this drive in the fourth quarter.
10.5 to go, fourth quarter. This is the first game that is there for the taking for the Devils this year. A blowout in week 1, blown out in week 2. Devils go trips left, going to hand it off. Unmisig out of the backfield. Hit at the 30, spins down to the 28. Give him a gain of 3 on 3rd and 5. That'll bring up 4th and 2 in Rock Island territory. I think you're going to go for it here.
I think you have to, and the key is you got to get good push from your front 5.
Mm-hmm. You'd be looking at about a 44-yard field goal into a light breeze.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's ready for that. That's only going to put you up 4. So what's the... You know, it's not going to put you up, say, 16 or something where it would turn it into a 3-score game. Unmisig, I don't know if he has the leg from that distance. If it was inside 40, I'd say I have confidence in him. Devils are going to go for it here. 4 and a short 3. Devils up under center, turn around, hand this one off to Smith. Smith angling off left tackle, and he didn't get there. He did not get there. Down to the 29. They needed the 26. He's blown up at the line of scrimmage, and the Devils turn it over on downs. Rock Island's ball at their own 29, trailing 14-13.
Well, again, you know, we start on our own 40, able to move the ball to their 29, and we stall. We can't do anything but really get it from about the 20 to the 20 and give it back to Rock Island.
Rock Island, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. They'll have 2 men behind Jacob. They've got Nimmers there and Barber. Going to turn around, hand it to Barber. Barber across the 30. He's popped, not brought down. 35. Now fights his way to across the 35. Give him a pickup of 6 on 1st down.
See, the problem is when your offense keeps stalling and you haven't put points on the board since the first quarter, you're just letting them hang around and hang around and hang around. Here we are. This is a 1-point game. And they certainly have a lot of confidence based on what their defense has been doing.
Vasquez in there playing at right tackle. Jacob under center, 2 men in the pattern on the left. Toss it to Nimmers out on the corner. He gets hit at the 36 and popped out. It's going to be no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4. 51 yards on 13 carries for Nimmers. Davis with 30 on 6. Jacobs 20 on 4. And Barber 36 on 6. That has been the ground-pounding offense for Rock Island tonight. They're just 1 of 6 in the passing game for the 7-yard completion to Davis. They have not put it in the air here in the second half. 8:45 to go. Key 3rd down, 3rd and 3 from the 36. Rock Island, far side hash marks. 2 men in the slot, left side, going to turn around, hand this one off to Nimmers. Devils have him wrapped up, can't bring him down. Now they get a house party there and hold him to just a gain of 1.
Boy, I thought they had him actually trapped for a loss further back than that. I think if you're Rock Island, you got to punt it. You're not going to. I mean, 3rd and 2.5, 3 from your own 36. Your defense has stopped us since the first quarter. You know, this becomes almost a game of field goal position right now. Or excuse me, field position right now.
Because it could come down to a field goal.
Yes.
Rock Island back to punt. Devils with 2 men back. 4th and 2. Rock Island punts it away, and the Devils are back to receive this. They're going to let it go. Oh, it's going to come back inbounds and roll to the Blue Devil 28-yard line. Rock Island gets another fortuitous bounce off the ball, and the Devils will be backed up inside their own 28. 7:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. Devils continue to hold on. 14-13. Jim, what do you see the Devils trying to do on this drive?
Score. No. Certainly, you know, we obviously need to score. But can't be careless with the football on your own 27, 28-yard line. You need to at least get 2 first downs to keep the clock moving and get out to about your 40 if you're forced to punt.
Blue Devils going to go wing T behind Krikard, turn around, hand it off right up the middle to Unmisig. Unmisig been softening that middle between the tackles all night. He's across the 35 to the 37-yard line for a gain of 9.
I thought that was a nice quick hitting trap play kind of there right off the center, and Unmisig was able to carry that for a gain. See, now that's what you like to see. Okay, here we are, 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Let's get positive yardage, get a first down. I think twice tonight we've had 2nd or 3rd and 1 and went backwards.
Blue Devils thinking about how they can put this game away. 2nd and 1 from their own 37. Far side hash marks. Going to come out in the wishbone now. Turn around, hand it off right away to Unmisig. He's got the first down right at the 38-yard line.
I don't know if they gave it to him.
Ooh, that's a bad spot. Let's see if they give it to him or
gave
not.
Gave him a loss. Oh, they gave it to him.
No, that was no loss. Yeah, they just gave him a short spot. I thought he was near the 39. They put it in the 38.5. So Unmisig gets 1. 155 yards now on 28 carries for Unmisig. He has been the workhorse here tonight. 6:45 to play. Devils on top. The action been heating up on the field as the temperature has been dropping. We started tonight at a cool 48, and we're right there, 47 here at Flynn Stadium. Blue Devils want to hand it off, and wrapped up in the backfield is Unmisig. Oh, he had nowhere to go. The Blue Devil offensive line was just a sieve. They let Devonta Jackson straight through, and that's going to end up being a loss for the Devils. Back to their own 33. That's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15.
You know, you just can't in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes to go when you're trying to drive for the winning score allow such deep penetration in your back to get absolutely hammered.
Blue Devils come to the line. Far side hash mark moving right to left. Leading 14-13. 2nd and 15. Need something here. Switching
That's
guys out to
motion,
the outside.
yeah.
Flag comes in. Blue Devils with Gay. This ball is coming back, though. Blue Devils had 2 men in motion. This is going to be an illegal motion penalty for 5 yards on the Devils. Their first penalty of the evening.
See, now here's the other thing that people need to understand is, you know, we are a team that 2nd and 15, 3rd and long, that is not a situation we can afford to be in. We don't have a very complex and deep dynamic passing game. And we just don't have a lot of, when you run the wing T, you virtually just don't have plays that can pick up that kind of yardage that aren't of the kind of trick 'em, kind of, you know, hide the football variety. And, well, they declined the.
Wow. So that carry for Gay is going to stand. And that is going to bring up 3rd down. Where did they spot the ball?
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10. They'll give Gay a pickup of 5 on the play.
See, and the question becomes now, how risky can you be if you're Coach Little? There's 5:40 to go in this game. Are you going to try and, you know, we've thrown 4 interceptions.
Blue Devils go Wide out on each side. Spread the wing tee out, put Gay in motion. Gay's going to go to the far side, waits for his block, has his block. Tries to hit the hole, turns it up 5 yards, still fighting. He's going to get out close to the first down marker at the 47-yard line. In fact, this is going to bring up now 4th and 1 after that 9-yard pickup and a decision to make.
Well, it looks more like 4th and a long 2 or 1.5.
They put the ball on the 47 and they need the 48. So the Blue Devils, do you use a timeout here?
I punt right now.
You punt right now.
I punt, and I pin Rock Island deep if I can, and I take my chance with there's still 4 minutes and 50 seconds here.
And you're ahead in the game.
And you're winning. You're winning, that's right. You know, if they're going to beat me, they're going to have to drive the length of the field. I'm not going to let them beat me by giving them the ball on my own 46-yard line.
Time ticking down to 4:35 to go. And the longer this clock ticks down, the more I think Coach Little is going to opt for a punt here. You're taking time off the clock that Rock Island would have to work with. You pin them, even if it's not a great punt, you probably make them start inside their own 20. Timeout on the field taken by the Blue Devils. And you know what?
You can tell your punter directional punt it. I mean, don't give them a chance at a return.
Sure. You pin them inside the 25 with no chance for a return. Make them go 75-plus yards in 4.5 minutes to win. Or at least
they
set
haven't
up a
shown
field
they
goal.
Can really do that all night.
No. So a timeout on the field. We'll keep this one here as the Devils are going to make a crucial decision in this game. Up by 1, 14-13. There has been no scoring in this game for the Blue Devils since the 4-minute mark in the first quarter when Brockmiller took it in from 15 yards, and they're still holding on. 14-13. They're just trying to run all the sand out of the hourglass right now.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It really does. It feels like, hey, let's just get to the finish line as quickly as we can and keep what we've got going.
Blue Devils. They are coming out looking for something here. I think they're going to try and pull them offside here. Blue Devils come out. The punt formation is out. And now the Devils going to punt it away. There's a flag down on the near side sideline. And let's see, this is a crucial call in this game. The Rock Island coaches in the boxes next to us were jumping up all over the place. Blue Devil fans are leaping here in Flint Stadium. And the referee is conferring with his help on the field.
The problem is they came across the line and then went back. In high school, I don't know that you are allowed to come across the line of scrimmage and then get back.
To enter the neutral zone and then retreat.
Right.
Yeah. Illegal motion. Against the Blue Devils. That is a crucial call, and that will take any deception away on 4th down and 6, and the Devils will be in full-on punt mode now. The referee had to huddle in order to make that call. Rock Island thought it was on them, and this game was nearly over. Now the Blue Devils have to punt it away. 4th and 6 from their own 42.
That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. I think he's calling them for when they went down in their stance together at the same time. That's ridiculous.
Devils back to punt. Need a good snap and a good punt here. The snap is good. The punt is blocked. The punt is blocked on the near side. Devils cover it up on the near side. Dominic Anders was alert, but it was an absolute one-man show with Will Miles coming through the right side of the line for a clean block. That kick hit him in the belly. And now the Blue Devil defense has to carry the day.
You've done everything you can to give this game away. 4 turnovers, a blocked punt at the most inopportune time to have a blocked punt.
And it's a short field instead of a long field at the QHS 33. You went backwards on the last 2 plays, handing it to Rock Island on a silver platter now. Rock Island 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 33. Devils hanging on by 1, 14-13, 4.5 to go. Turn around, hand it off to Barber. Barber hits the hole and is knocked down at the 30-yard line after a gain of 3.
Well, this is where you need your defense to really step up and make a play. You need to force 4 downs on this series. The problem becomes if they start moving it down, clock timeouts, and whether you're going to get the ball back.
4 minutes to go now. 2nd and 7 at the Blue Devil 30. One man spread out wide to the near side for Rock Island. Jacobs under center. Put a man in motion. That's Nimmers. Give it to Nimmers going left. Nimmers got the corner. Now he stops. Blue Devils have him for no gain. I thought Nimmers gave up on that play on the outside. That allowed Lovelace to close the lane, and he gets nothing.
Tell you what, I thought he actually, not to be argumentative, I thought he had the corner, and Lovelace just came flying up out of nowhere, which was a great play. I don't know if Nimmers stopped like you said or if he was trying to cut back. Regardless, big stop, huge play here for the Devils. Brings up 3rd and 7 on their 30.
This could be your
15 to go.
Ball game right here. Devils lead at 14-13. 3:10 to play. Rock Island, 3rd and 7 at the Blue Devil 30. Rock Island's going to spread one man in the slot to the near side. Jacob under center. Turn around. Jacob rolls out into the flat. He's going for a completion down on the near side and incomplete. He was looking down to the line on the near side, trying to hit Nimmers, rolling him out on a bootleg, and Nimmers couldn't hold on.
Boy, he had it.
Yeah, he did.
One of the Gays, number 23, Cameron Gay, actually overran the wide receiver. Jacobs threw it right where he needed to put it. It was a little behind to Nimmers, and he just couldn't hold on to it. So
they just took Nimmers the back, ran him through the line, and then flat out. And boy, that was a great play call. And
question
now Rock
here,
Island's
do you
going to
bring
go
the house? Do you blitz the house?
One man out wide to the near side. 4th and 7 from the 30, and now a timeout called. Blue Devils want to talk it over. 3 minutes to go. We'll take the timeout with them. Devils lead at 14-13 over Rock Island. You're listening to Western Big Six Football on 103.9 The Fox.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can
Nothing. It's been 13 unanswered from Rock Island. Only a missed PAT separates this game from being tied. 4th and 7 for Rock Island on the Blue Devil 30. This would be a 47-yard field goal. Rock Island's going to go for it on 4th down here. Split Commodore out wide to the right. One man in the backfield. That's Barber. He's been hard to bring down. Jacob, they're going to go in motion, into the flat, near side. It's a post, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Oh, they went on the post to the running back, Deshaun Davis, who's been having left calf spasms here tonight. Davis had it in his hand, and he couldn't reel it in. The Devils survive, take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 30. You need probably 1 or 2 first downs here to run this clock out. Rock Island still has all 3 of their timeouts.
I tell you, he was open.
Yeah.
Sean, he was open on the post. They had it. Faked a little dive. Jacob stepped up, delivered a nice ball. That was there. Quincy High was not, and he just dropped it. Now, you're right. I tell you what.
I called the post for Commodore.
Yeah,
they went to the other
play,
side
for
for Davis. Now the Devils, 1st and 10 from their own 30. Come out, wing T. Turn around, put this one in the belly of Gay. He's hit for a loss of 3 at the 27. The Blue Devil offensive line has not made a statement here tonight.
Well, and that play, unfortunately, was also not only the right tackle, but Smith, number 7, Devin Smith, who just got blown up by the linebacker blitzing from the outside. I can guarantee you, I think that was
Gay on the carry.
No, was that Rock Island's first timeout burned?
Yeah, they just used their first timeout now.
Okay, so you cannot, if you're Quincy High, just think, okay, you know what, we'll run 3 plays and punt it away.
You're going to give it back to them with more than 2 minutes to go.
Exactly. You need to get first downs. You need to drive like you're behind.
Yeah, I'm thinking you need 2 first downs to put this away, with Rock Island still having 2 timeouts. 2:49 to go. Blue Devils inexplicably holding on right now, 14-13. If you're the Devils and you win this, it's the biggest sigh of relief and a missed chance to make a statement, but you got out of it with a win. If you're Rock Island and you lose 14-13 playing like this, you're beating yourself up all the way home, wondering, how did we let that one slip away? We won the turnover battle +4. We held them to
blocked a punt.
Yeah, blocked a punt late, had it with the game on the line deep in Blue Devil territory. So the Devils right now just trying to find a way to win. 2:49 to go. 2nd and 12. Devils on their own 29. Far side hash mark moving right to left. Going to go wing T, put a man in motion. That's Unmasig. Want to throw it outside to Gay. Gay's got a house in front of him, but one man leaks through and throws him down for a gain of just 1. The Blue Devils fail to block at the point of attack, and Tyree Overton blows up that play.
He went right by Devin Prost. Devin Prost looked at him like, I'm just going to let him go.
Blue Devils
I don't
3rd
understand that.
and 11. Ball just short of the 30. They need a football's length past the 40. And it's a timeout for Rock Island. They take their second. Each team has 1 timeout left after this timeout. Next week, we're on the road to take on Peoria Manual. We'll have it for you. Kickoff about 7:30. Pre-game show about 7:15 here on 103.9 The Fox. Online at 1039thefox.com. And we'll have the Quincy Journal crew with us again. We're broadcasting for you at quincyjournal.com. Just click the QJTV tab, and you can watch the TV performance of tonight's football game at quincyjournal.com.
Here's what's going to happen. If we don't get a first down here, they'll call a timeout, force 4th down, send big number 89 again in to block the punt, who's 6'7", and
Devils have to go for it here. 2:41 to go. 3rd and 10. You need one of your biggest plays of the night right here. Turn around, put it in the belly. Unmasig going up the middle. He's got the first down and more to the 50, to the 45. Unmasig with a 25-yard touchdown right up the gut on the draw. And the Blue Devils may have just done enough to run out the clock. Unmasig, 175 yards now on the night on 30 carries.
That opened up nicely. It was kind of a little wraparound draw. He got the first down. 1 timeout left for Rock Island. That was by far, obviously, the play of the game.
It wasn't a touchdown. It wasn't a quarterback sack. It wasn't even a block punt. But that 25-yard run on the draw for Unmasig was, if the Blue Devils hold on, I agree, Jim, the play of the game tonight. Near side hash marks, Blue Devils, 1st and 10 from the Rock Island 45. Now Rock Island has to start selling out to try and force a 5th turnover of the night by the Blue Devils. Cricard, he's winding down the play clock. Now he gets under center with the wing tee behind him. Turn around, hand this off to Unmasig. He's going to be hitting the backfield for a loss of 2 back to the 47. But it keeps the clock moving. And if Rock Island wants to use their final timeout, it'll come at essentially the 2-minute warning. Boy, Rock Island, I don't know if it's the offensive line. It's in part the offensive line. But in the wing tee concept, if you're not going to be the ball carrier, you have to block at the point of attack. And somebody is missing their blocks.
Almost on every play.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always somebody coming through just collapsing our running back.
Yeah, the Blue Devils tonight have not been great at the point of attack outside of the first 12 minutes of this game and the first 6 plays that they had in the second half when they really moved the ball and dictated running off right tackle all night there. All night when they've been successful at moving with tempo. We'll have to talk to Coach Little about that in the post-game show. When the offense has had more tempo, it looks like they've been more comfortable. When they've fallen into this sort of snail's pace, they've had trouble moving it.
Yeah, and, give Rock Island's defensive line credit. They really have, manhandled us up front for the whole second half, besides that one play we had just a
2nd and 12, outside with Gay. Gay gets the corner, pulling by the jersey from behind down to the 41, pick up 6 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Devils.
But the point is Rock Island cannot stop the clock now. So that's certainly your friend, but you still need a first down here to salt this game away.
Clock is running down to 1:30. It'll be under 1:20 when the Blue Devils snap it next. A first down here will put it away. A first down is as good as a touchdown because after that, Rock Island can't stop the clock, and it's just 3 knees, and you're out with a harrowing win. I know why Coach Little's losing his hair now. 1:14 to go. Third down and 6, and whistles blow. Did the Blue Devils take a timeout, their final timeout, before the clock wound down the 25 seconds clock?
See, now that's just what you cannot have.
The Blue
Third
Devils,
and 6, you get a delay a game. So instead of having a 3rd and 6 where you're in 2-down territory to run the game out, because you're going to run a play on 4th down anyway. Now you're back to 3rd and 11.
So the Blue Devils take their second penalty of the night, and it is potentially a crushing penalty to move them back, as Jim said, to 3rd and 11.
Not only that, you've stopped the clock.
Yep.
You snap that play off with 2 seconds to go on the play clock, the whole clock continues to wind and to run.
Yeah, even if you're stopped for no yards, you're not snapping it again until under 50. Blue Devils now with 70 seconds left on the game clock. 3rd and 11 from the Rock Island 46.
I bet you we don't throw.
Wing T trips to the right. Unmisig in the backfield. They give it to Unmisig. He runs off left tackle. He's got the 40. He's at the 35. Unmisig's got the first down as he rumbles for 12 on 3rd and 11 when everybody in the Western Big Six knew they would run it away from the trips right.
Well, that'll salt the game away, and rightfully so. Bryce Unmisig is the one who does it with another big carry.
185 yards now on 32 carries for Unmisig. He's going to be tired. He's done a lot of work tonight. 32. 50 seconds to go now. Blue Devils in victory formation. Surrounding Picard, he watches the 25-second clock.
You better snap it this
at
time.
the 35-yard line. Picard gets under center, calls for the snap, takes a knee, and that should do it. 35 seconds left on the clock. The Blue Devils may have to snap it one more time. Let's see how it lines up. Blue Devils. They're going to huddle up quickly and probably snap this around 5 seconds just to be sure, and then walk off with the win. Devils going to come to the line. Coach Little frantically waving at them to be organized, and now he's done the math. They don't have to snap it. That's it. Devils take the knee and hold on tonight, 14-13. That was about as much fun as eating raw Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, that was a giant sigh of relief. If you're the Quincy High Blue Devils, you feel extremely lucky. If you're the Rock Island Rocks, you're extremely upset based on the fact that there was a game here for you to win tonight.
So the Devils started on their own 30 on that final drive, and they run out the game 14-13 over Rock Island tonight. We'll have the stats, the highlights, and the post-game interview with Victoria's head coach Rick Little all coming up in the Blue Devil post-game show. The Devils climbed to 2-1 on the season, rebounding from last week's blowout at PND, and they hold on to knock off the reigning Western Big Six Conference champion Rock Island 14-13. You've been listening to Blue Devil Football on 103.9 The Fox.